Okay, this is discussion 7, public order crimes. So the first question was, should drugs be legalized? So there's been a debate about this for plenty of years. Supporters argue that if you, I can't, okay, what do I think? I think marijuana, anything with CBD and THC should be legalized. It is not addictive. And for benefit wise, it helps people. It could help people with headaches, depression, anxiety, ADHD. Some people, like me, it helps me focus with my ADHD. It helps me focus on the work I have to do because I'm not on any meds for it. I didn't find out until I was like 45 that I had ADHD. So he decided not to put me on meds. But weed, when I have essays to do, things like this, because I have very bad social anxiety, it helps me. It helps me calm down. It helps me focus to write papers. It helps with my headaches. I think it would be good to legalize it in Indiana because it will help with taxes. There's less, what do you call that? Nonviolent crimes in the jail system. Smaller arrests for police officers to work on or arrest people that are doing things worse than smoking weed. But drugs like heroin, crack cocaine, anything that is addictive, I do not think should be legalized unless it is heavily regulated, like a lot of our meds are, our pain meds especially. And yeah, anything with opioids. It, but in the long run, the benefits I think it would have would be mass reduction of our incarceration and dismantling black markets, which I think is weird that there's black markets on weed when I could just go to Michigan to grab some. But there are, and there won't be as much, or no, never mind, because I don't think marijuana is at a risk of being a higher substance abuse to make a higher substance abuse rate. I don't see it. I don't know a lot of people who, when they smoke weed, become dangerously violent or rob a liquor store to get their necks fixed. So I'm not really worried about that. But like I said, opioid drugs, hallucinants, crack, cocaine, anything like that, I think, or isn't crack cocaine the same thing? Heroin. Okay, whatever. I think that is something that should not be legalized. So let me step to prostitution. That is also a big debate. People focus on its body anatomy, the labor rights, arguing that legalizing prostitution could be beneficial for sex workers, for their conditions. They might get healthcare access, which I doubt because they don't have someone to go to if they're not working for a pimp. But legalizing prostitution, I do not see a harm in it. I think that would be helpful because I think more women, especially people who work in the sex industry, would come forth more if they were sexually assaulted or assaulted in any way to the police without having to worry about being arrested for solicitation. People think that if you did legalize prostitution, that sex trafficking will rise. I don't understand that thought. I would think that because it's legalized, there wouldn't be as much sex trafficking for women. I would say if you did legalize it, have it be 21 and up, because an 18-year-old still isn't sure and still doesn't have the thought process to understand what could happen. But on the good side, I see them being able to visit doctors more. Having mandatory STI checks would be a good thing if you legalize it. But with our society, they'll never, how do I put it? They'll never fully understand the whole thing of legal prostitution. They'll still think these women are below humans, I guess. They dehumanize them. They think way lower of sex workers. I don't understand why, because I think some women or even men become sex workers because they think that's their only choice, because of maybe dropping out of school or running away, being forced into it. Like now people are forced into it. So I could see, they don't have a choice in the matter, but other people that don't think they have a choice go towards it because it's easy, fast money, I guess. Well, that's about it. That's about all I think about prostitution. What's next? Paraphernalias. I think those should be legalized. So, I don't understand paraphernalias, because if you do your own thing, if you have a foot fetish, leather fetish, whatever fetish, that's up to you. As long as you are not harming somebody else, as long as these other people you are doing this with is consenting adults, I don't see the issue. Bondage, whatever you're into, I don't see the problem. You're not bringing it to my door, so I actually don't care. Other reasons why it shouldn't be legalized, I don't have any, except for when you're doing it without consent. But then to me that's rape, so that's a whole different story. I just think that as long as it's not minors, it's not coercion, it's non-consensual, you want to do what you do, go for it. I don't even understand why this one was a question, because I don't really care what you do. So that's all up to you people. My morality and ethics on this, like I said, for me, you be you do what you want to do. There's if that's what you think is right, that's your decision. Other people are against all these things. I am not. I am for them. I don't see the harm. Again, you're not hurting me. You're not coming up to my door trying to throw a orgy. I'm good. I'm fine. I think the harmful thing would be, like, why does the government need to know what I'm doing, except for prostitution, which I think, would be your tax reasons, and it'll probably be like being a waiter or waitress. Weed, you get taxed on it. The government knows who's buying it because you have to show an ID. It gets in the computer. I don't know. I don't see any harmful principles or ethics or whatever ethics is what you're taught and what you believe in. So I like this whole discussion part has me, I don't know why we have this one, but I don't, like I said, as long as you're consenting adults, do what you want to do. You do you.